All right, fam, welcome back. I am well on my way to completing Wifey's 2021 EcoDiesel Rubicon Wrangler. Actually, at this point, I have a video already up. You can go back and see the 2.5-inch Off-Road Evolution Evo manufacturing suspension, as long as the 37s. I have those actually scheduled out for my time tomorrow, but since this has already happened, you can go back and see that episode. It's the last one here available for the playlist. Oh, that's another thing, a little bit of housekeeping. I have a playlist for all of the projects that we're working on. You guys know at this page, we talk a lot about preparedness. Mobility is just a facet of that. There are some other things like survival and security and things like that also on this page if you want to go back and check that out. So the playlists that I have done are for the Gladiator, are for the EcoDiesel, and also for across from me, the Honda CRF 300L Rally. Cool? So let's get started on this video. Today, I'm gonna address something that you all should be doing for those of you guys who run Wranglers, and that is the spare tire carrier. Currently, this is the factory mount that is on this with a couple of, it looks like upgrades from Rough Country. I'm not too sure. You guys know that this rig is actually new to us after the accident and whatnot. You can see the other episodes for more information on that. So what I need to do is essentially reinforce this hinge that is on here from the factory because it can't support the 37s that are on this or going on this, depending on where you capture this in the timeline. So again, I have purchased an Off-Road Evolution tire carrier that's gonna make it really easy for me to just come in, use the one handle there, open it, and it'll support the weight all the way up to, you know, something bigger if I want to do that in the future. So that's what we're going to address today. There are some videos out if you want to check them where the door starts to fail if you don't do this. There are also some other videos about if you're running a non-Rubicon model, the bumper will actually be too high and you can't fit a bigger tire on it. I ran into that issue on my, what was it, the little four-cylinder turbo that Wifey had a few years back, that JL. You can go back in there in the page there, see a couple of videos of that too. So this will solve a lot of issues. Also keep in mind that the reason I went with the Off-Road Evolution tire carrier is because I wanted just that real simple from the factory feel and usage from it, because this is also Wifey's Jeep. You know, I've run other tire carriers in the past where you'd have to, you know, unpin, swing over, move those, make sure it's aligned, and then you still have to get into the door and unscrew and do all kinds of other stuff, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So I feel that the Off-Road Evolution tire carrier that I purchased is going to be the best option for you guys who want to maintain that same factory functionality with a little bit more strength. So let's get started. So essentially what I'm going to start doing is removing everything from the inside so that I can get into the factory hinges here. There's some plastics. My custom third row is currently in the way, so that has to come out. And then I'm gonna have to remove some plastics first. And then I'll start showing you what I got from Off-Road Evolution.
On the side here, there's one little Torx screw right here.
Okay, so I already went through and used a couple of razor blades to clear out this white tape. You might be able to see it in the video. These two boxes, this one kind of ripped a little bit, but didn't finish it completely. There you go, see? So these come off. I'm gonna try and reuse those as much as I can, if it will let me. Not sure if that adhesive is gonna be good enough, but there we go. Yeah, so 2 of these come off. So what I'm gonna do now is get in here, remove these and the internal ones that I was showing you, and then figure out how I'm gonna keep that door on there. I've seen some guys use tape if they don't have another set of hands. So I might tape the door up just so it doesn't, you know, fall off. Also attach those hinges like I was saying. 55X on a breaker bar. So just make sure that you get it through the paint. There, you see that? Okay, so I'm about to mount this hinge to the larger bracket, but before I do, the kit came with these 2 shims that go in between the bracket and the body. The instructions say to do 2 shims if you're running a 37, which is what I'm gonna do. The heavier tire sizes typically need 2 shims on the bottom hinge, because there's 2, there's a top and the bottom. Okay, so these are just hand tightened. And what I need to do next is grab the rest of the hinge, apply it on there, and tighten them down. So what I'm gonna do is start tightening all of these, and then I have to get in and check the gaps. You can see it kind of shifted a little bit, but we can manage that. Factory bolts going just like that. Just need to tighten everything down. Okay, now get a Sharpie or a marker. What we're gonna do is get the tire up on and mounted, tighten it just so that it won't fall off on you, and open it up. See, it's a little wobbly, and make sure that the tire is completely back. You see it's wobbly here too. Back against the metal part of the mount. It's supposed to rest against it. So make sure it's there, and you get your Sharpie, mark the line, or mark a line there so you know where the mount needs to rest. Then what I'm gonna do after I marked it is pull the tire off and then tighten down those 3 bolts. And then you're done. Once that's tightened down, get the tire back up there, and then we should be ready to go. I'm gonna take this tire off. Oh my God. sure that, yep, the line's still there. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll it on my knee. There we go. And then just move that out of the way. It's good to know if you can do this or not. Because if you need to change a spare, then all right, there it is. So until my license plate holder or carrier comes in, this is one that I'm gonna use. It was already on the Jeep when we got it, so let's use it. All right, that's it. The Off-Road Evolution HD tire carrier has been installed. It's carrying the big 37-1350 R17s from Toyo. It's the mud terrain, and I'm running the 949Bs from Raceline. Holds everything there. You guys always need to carry a full-size spare. I've had a couple of times where I've been 17, 18 hours away from home, like in the middle of Texas, and tragedy strikes. As a matter of fact, on my gray Jeep, if you guys remember the Rescue JK, the one that I started all my social media stuff with, I had a blowout and me and my dad were in the middle of nowhere. So pretty easy to swap over, 20 minutes and you're gone. So always carry a full-size spare. And the Off-Road Evolution HD hinge is gonna be, one, a really great option for that, but two, it's so beefy, I don't think I'm gonna have any issues, but I will let you know if we do. Again, if this is the kind of stuff that you guys like, make sure you let me know, like, subscribe, tell your friends, guys. All I gotta do now is take it out. Let's go.